Hi, my name is Susan Quinnell. I'm the Grief Services Manager with Friends of Citrus and the Nature Coast. We are a charitable organization that provides hope, help, and healing to anyone who has suffered a loss. Right now we are offering several programs over in our Grief Center in Homosassa, and I have with me today Ellen Armitage, who is going to talk to you about a couple of the programs she is offering, Chair Yoga and Grief Toolbox. So Ellen, would you please talk to us a little bit about your chair yoga?
Great. Thank you, Susan. It's a pleasure to be here with you. Yes, chair yoga. Where do I start? First, let me tell you, I've been a yoga instructor for over 20 years. I started off with hatha yoga, did lots of things on the floor, up against the wall, etc. And it was probably about 10 years ago that my friends and I decided we can't be on that floor anymore. We want to do something different. So I got certified in chair yoga. And so what that means is we do everything in the chair, behind the chair, beside the chair. So we always have a prop to help us stay up. So this can be done for anybody.
So people with limited mobility can pretty much do chair yoga.
Okay. Yes, because chair yoga, like any other form of exercise, is one that you're not competing with anyone else in the room. You're competing with yourself because you want to do what you can do with your body. And yoga in itself is a modality that connects our mind, body, and spirit. I've added this year, I got certified in teaching grief chair yoga, which fits in really well with our programs here. So I'm grateful that I'm allowed to do that. With the grief yoga, it's a little bit different. We do more with our breath work because we want to push the feelings through and out. It's not to say we don't validate those feelings, but we don't want to sit with those feelings. Because our body, we have a saying, it's called issues in our tissues, and so our body will hold on to things, and when they hold on to things that are stress-related, grief-related, frustration, sadness, guilt, we can then make ourselves sick. And that's not what we want to do. We want to, in this transition time of losing our loved ones, we want to be able to learn who we are again, because we're recreating ourselves.
So maybe people who are stuck in some of the trauma or stuck in some process of their grief work, this might help them to keep moving forward?
Yes, definitely. And we do a lot of things with our breath work. I mean, we do big and bold because we want to find our voice, because when we are grieving we kind of roll in, and yoga helps us to open up our heart, open up our minds and our body and our spirit to make the connection, so we can again reconnect with our loved ones, because we know they're with us and we don't want to not remember them. And during chair yoga, grief chair yoga, we're able to invite them in with us. We are able to thank them for being with us, and it enables us to move forward, to continue on our healing process.
And we are having Ellen come and join us at our Grief Center in Homosassa 2 days a week. She's doing chair yoga on Wednesdays from 10:30 to 11:30. And on Thursdays from 5:30 to 6:30. So please come and join us and practice chair yoga and experience the wonderful gifts that brings. Another program that we are now offering is called the Grief Toolbox, and I'm going to let Ellen talk about that a little bit since she is our primary facilitator for that group. Ellen?
Great. Thanks again, Susan. Another wonderful opportunity. I have just found in my journey through my grief that there were times when I wasn't able to share with anybody. I didn't have a safe place to go. I had people who would say, you know, it's been how many years and you're still having this issue. So anyway, new to our program here is a program called Walking Through Grief Toolbox. And that was developed in 2012 by some friends who had lost children, and they were like, well, we need to make this bigger than us. We need to share our knowledge of what we've learned, and to help others so that they don't have to go through this journey by themselves. So the course itself is a 9-week course, and the setup of the course is their videos by Dr. Darcy Sims and Alan Peterson. And so the videos go through things such as, what is grief? How is it different from depression? Am I depressed? Am I going crazy? Is this normal? And so it helps us to learn what is normal, what is not, our style of grieving, because there are different styles, and to understand that it's okay to have our style. We, although people may wanting to be helpful to us, telling us to, get over it is not helpful. Telling us that it's been long enough is not helpful. So, so we watch these videos, and there's worksheets. We have discussions. I do give homework because it's important to learn this in a setting that's safe and we can share with others. But let's just not put it away. Let's go ahead and use it while we're at home to think more about what our journey is. We touch upon how to handle the holidays, and that's any holiday, all the big ones, especially when there's family who want us to be involved, and maybe we don't want to be involved, and it's okay to say no. We learn to find our voice. We also learn to ask people for help, to be honest, to be not afraid to say, I need time, and that's okay. It's one day at a time.
So the Grief Toolbox Walking Through Grief program is about learning about grief and getting tools.
Correct.
To manage that grief experience so that we can continue to move forward in our lives.
Correct.
What kind of tools do we learn through Grief Toolbox?
We learn how to chart our course, how to reinvent ourselves, because we are reinventing, how to distinguish, am I crazy? Is what I'm feeling normal? And we learn through the toolbox, the videos, we are normal. We learn through our discussion with other people in the group that, oh, I'm not the only one going through this, and I'm not part of a couple anymore, and so my social status has changed, and so how do I handle that, and how do I let my friends know it's okay that you invite me to things, and it's my choice whether I want to go or not, but invite me. How do I talk to my children now who are forcing, I'm feeling like they're forcing me to make a decision about my home. Especially in that first year when there's so many major things going on, and maybe I don't want to leave, and it's all good intentions that they have, but what I'm learning are ways of being honest with myself, being able to share what I know is best for me at this time, and how they can best help me right now. And maybe moving is not what I need to do at this particular point in my journey. And then learning to, if the male spouse was the one who did all the financial, so I'm now learning to do that. So again, there's people in my group who can share with what they do.
We learn from Walking Through Grief program as well as from each other.
Correct.
And maybe something that I'm doing that's helping me might help you in your grief journey.
Correct.
So Grief Toolbox Walking Through Grief program is offered here at our Grief Center in Homosassa on Tuesday nights from 4:30 to 6. 4:30 to 6. It's open to anyone in the community who has suffered a loss, and we welcome your participation in any of our programs. Please come and let us help you walk through your grief journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Susan.
Thanks,
It's been a
Ellen.
joy.
Hello, I'm Melissa. I'm the Executive Director of Friends of Citrus and the Nature Coast, where we provide help, hope, and healing to all those experiencing grief. Our programs serve people of all ages and stages that are in grief distress through in-person, online, and telephone support. Everyone needs a little help navigating loss and difficulties. We provide a lifeline of support for all those experiencing grief distress. Your support makes our important work possible. Our team is here for you, and we are working hard at providing grief resources. Our work depends on your financial support. So please log on to our website, Facebook, mail, or call to leave your gift today. Thank you for supporting Friends of Citrus and the Nature Coast.